make my questionable eBay sellers video this soon after I did my iffy AliExpress seller video, but for a number of reasons I feel that I want to do it now. I have been a registered eBay customer since 2008, and I've had an EPN account for the past 2 years, and I will not be using this video in any way to push or try to direct sales to my account, so there will be no affiliated links in this video. So no shilling, that is what I'm trying to say. And as with the AliExpress video, there is 3 archetypes that I want to talk about. First off, we have the opportunistic seller. The seller that is trying to see how the market prices are fluctuating, and they try to make a small margin on this. In other words, they are selling the items before they have them in stock, or without having any stock, and then as soon as they have sold it, they source it or replenish their stock and can do the delivery to the customer. This normally means that the customer has to wait quite a long time for the goods that they have ordered. And I had recently this experience with a seller that took 30 days just to ship out some RAM sticks that I ordered for my wife's computer. And a lot can happen with market prices in 30 days, and if you're good at buying, if you're good at sourcing, you can make your margin on this. So at the time that I placed my orders, I was thinking I had a fair or a good purchasing price here, but it turned out that after 30 days, when they had shipped it, I could have gotten it cheaper elsewhere, and that's where they had probably bought the RAM sticks. I don't think it's fair trying to sell without having a stock, especially not on a marketplace as eBay or AliExpress. So I will not be returning to that seller. Second category is the stock is elsewhere. This is getting less common now, but for a long time placing an order to a seller that was marketing here in Europe didn't mean that they were selling or shipping from Europe. They were most likely being shipped from an overseas or Asian warehouse. And after being hit with more than one unexpected customs notice, I decided to start to be more careful where I place my orders, so I make sure that the seller have a European warehouse. But again, after a while, I started receiving customs notices, and it turned out that some sellers have a strange way of doing this. They say European warehouse, and when you read the fine print it says European warehouse only for, and then they list 1 or 2 countries, and all other countries they will be shipping from Asia. So they have a small stock in Europe somewhere, and that is just for one domestic market, and everything else is being shipped from the overseas warehouse. And again, read the fine print. Even if they say that they are selling out of Europe, they might be listing other places in the fine print, so be careful about this. And finally, we have the third category, and then we have the third category of sellers. All good examples have 3 examples, and same with this. This example is the type of seller that is very reluctant to accept that they have done something wrong, that they are selling and shipping exactly what you have ordered. That might not always be the case. Not too long ago I ordered a viscosity tester. It's a small cup that you use to measure fluids and to see what their viscosity is. And I didn't quite get the feeling that I got what I had ordered, so I contacted them, And I wrote to them and saying, this is not exactly what you have in the pictures, and they claimed it was, and a lot of messages going to them and to me. Eventually they started getting irritated on me, and they were offering a 10% reduction of the price if I gave them a good positive review anyway. So I felt that my integrity is worth more than that, so I wrote a neutral remark on them as a feedback. So I left a neutral feedback, and I wrote that this isn't what you get. You don't get exactly what you see in the pictures, so you have to be aware of that as a customer. And now they have contacted me again, and they want me to revise and change my feedback, and they're even offering a full refund of this purchase. And again, I feel that my integrity is worth at least the price of a viscosity tester, so I will not be revisiting this feedback. I will leave it as a neutral feedback with my remark that this is a supplier that you have to be careful with and check out, so you get what you see in the pictures. So now we have covered what I think is the 6 most common types of sellers. We have the first 3 from my AliExpress video, and the one that we call the randomized pricing, where you have to compare the ads to make sure that you get the best price. The second one, where they are very quick to mark up the prices if they sense any sort of demand on a specific item. And the third one that I call the DHL remote area, where they try to add additional shipping costs after you have placed your order, claiming that you live in a remote or rural area. Now to this we add 3 more categories. The fourth one is the seller that is living on the margins, that doesn't have a warehouse or a stock of the items, that are selling without having a stock, and they are doing their replenishment after you have placed your order. Kind of common, I think. And the fifth category, the one that we can call the secret warehouse, where the warehouse isn't listed at first sight in the ad. You have to look around a bit and see from where will they be shipping to you. Listing saying Europe doesn't necessarily have to be shipping from Europe. That might be just for 1 or 2 domestic markets, and the rest of the markets will be shipped from a central warehouse, most likely China or such. And finally, the 6th one, the reluctant seller, the one that refuses to take any responsibility, or at least not initially responsibility, for matching the item that they have sold to you, and that they might be trying to ship you something else, or a shall we say, probably of an inferior quality. As with my viscosity tester, I was under the impression that I got a more complete product than I actually got in the end. So that's my 2 cents on the online sellers that I consider to be worth taking notice of. Let me know what you think about this. Leave your comments down below. Thank you for listening.